Hey folks, Jim from Salvinos J R Models, and I just got back from a quick trip back and forth to Dallas to drop somebody off at the airport, only to find the brown trucks had left me another goodie. So let's take a look and see what's inside of the Larson Indycar kit. Okay, so let's take a look inside this here box as I move my microphone just a wee bit closer to my face. Larson. Yes, it is slightly different because this is the artwork that we had when we built this, when we designed this, we made the decals. We watched the race like you did, and oh, it's a little bit different. So, yeah, you know what? Maybe later on we'll do a different one. I don't know. But for now, this is what we've got. So, oh my goodness. There is the papaya and blue. Let me get my scissors here. Cut this bag open. Take a look. There's a lot of guys that are really excited about building this. There we go with the papaya, I believe they call it, monocoque. Hey, remember, when you go to put this together in here, you got to make sure that all the little pins on here go into all the little pinholes on here. As you assemble these, put this part into the monocoque first. Glue this. Glue, make sure your roll hoop glues, all those fit in there nice and snug and tight. Glue that up first. Then when it's done, then you can glue the front half of the monocoque together. I think we've got decals for doing the inside. You're going to want to do that, of course, before you glue it together. You know what? I have been building the Takuma Sato car, which is black, so I haven't needed to worry about the carbon fiber in here. I believe we have them on the sheet, so go ahead and put those on first before you start gluing things together. I do know that this piece is carbon fibered, so you can get those pre-done. I don't think we've got carbon fiber for this one. I think you just want to go ahead and paint that black. And then you'll glue that into the monocoque halves first as you assemble there. So your blue side pods. So once again, you won't need to paint these. You just put the decals on them, and unless you want to, we're trying to make that so you don't have to paint most of the parts on some of our new kits, namely the Indycars. So there are the wings, back wing, front wing, end plates. My scissors, there they are. Let's take a look at the round and squishy things. So if you've seen the other videos, you have seen, I'm going to hold this up so you can see, they are hollow. They are, I think I made them about 80 thousandths thick, so they're really squishy. And they go onto the wheels really nice and easily. I built mine. I on my Sato. I already had put these onto the wheels before I did the decals. Rick said do them the other way around. Whatever makes you happy, whatever makes you comfortable, do it that way. Okay, there is our windscreen, aero screen, and there is the brake light here. If you want to paint that thing red, you can paint that thing clear red. Important stuff here. Let me open up this little bag. So this is a great one for me to get. It says replacement parts 58 and 59. So I will show you. Let me get into this kit, and I'll show you what happened. There are a couple pins on the back side of those parts that open your bag over the box. Let's see. Here we go. Is that the one? There we go. Okay. These pieces here. When you get your kit, the first ones, we've already fixed that. So remaining kits are going to have the repaired parts. But on the back of this, there should be 4 little studs. You'll see this. These have the 4 little studs. Oh yeah, you can see it because of the reflection. A lot better than I can sit from my angle. Anyway, they had broken off in previous parts and stuck into the mold. By the time we noticed, we had several hundred of these kits boxed and shipped. So we went back and had Chad make more of this tree, cut these parts off. So these two that are on here, that only have one pin on each of them, throw them away unless you screw these up. But these have 4 pins. These will plug into, which one is it? Is it this tree? Yes, these will plug into, back here, these are your rear hubs. So they will plug in, and I do believe they sit something like that. And you'll see that they fit in, and it basically what it does is they're just the standoffs. If you had, I built mine for the Takuma Sato with only one of these. It works, but I knew what I was doing. These will be much easier, and you'll just plug them on, and they're gonna work out great. So it's something that we caught while things had already been in production. Some pieces got shipped out. Some pieces we caught, and those pieces that got shipped out got an envelope with this part in there, so it would fix. Most of you guys would get this part before you even gotten to that place in building your kit. But let me get back to these guys. So there's the bad parts. This is your, and see it says front. So that is your lower front A-arms. This is your lower rear A-arms, and you can see it says rear. Arrow points to the rear, arrow points to the front. Put them on that way. So there's your one of your black trees. There's your seat belts. Here is your underwing and the top parts of your underwing. There is one part on here. It's this one, part 61. It had a pin break off in the mold, so that got filled. So when you go to put the covers on that one, just cut the little tip off, the little peg, and it'll be fine. You'll get that one in. It's about half a second to clip off, and then just glue them in. The other 3 are going to support it right exactly where it needs, so don't sweat it. There we go with those parts, your transmission tops, your engine block and the lower half of the transmission. Oh, before I put that away, as I've shown before, the Honda tree of the face, the timing chain cover on the face of the engine, the head covers, valve covers, excuse me, the turbos, and the headers. These are the ones for the Chevy. The Honda would be here. So what we do is we produce these, and we've got a valve here and a valve here, and we just shut them off, whichever one we want to produce, whether it be the Chevy for the Chevy kits or the Honda for the Honda kits. And all we have to do is just turn that valve, cut it off, and that's what we get. So there are your Chevy engine parts, and your Chevy engine parts. See, we got a little flash, but all that flash doesn't matter because it's not on any of your parts. It just comes right off. So don't sweat that. Okay, now here gets into the business end of the kit. Okay, here's our nice big instruction sheet. Rick gave Clay and myself an extra page that we could do more pictures and more stuff. So we got about 10 pages of instructions here. When you get to this section, the halo, glue the halo and the support in. Glue those in pretty much right at the end, so you can glue those in and fit the glass in with it, all at one shot. It'll depending on how if you paint your body. Move this up. If you paint your body for whatever reason, you have thicknesses that change with the paints that have been added on. So do this later, and that way you can arrange things, adjust things depending on what your decals are on the body. If you had paint on the body, because you might have decals that come up in underneath where the aero screen fits onto that shelf. So do it a little bit later. It's not going to throw anything off. It's just a little bit better step that obviously on the first go around, first printing on the instructions, there are some things that we've found that work a little bit better doing it a certain way. So there you go. Do it when you do this step. And you put that on, and then you can put your decals that go on the glass and the ones up on top that wrap up onto the halo. So there you go with the instructions. There is our massive sheet of the carbon fiber decals. I may have been wrong about interior carbon fiber, because those go on the top of your underwing. So I don't think we've got interior carbon fiber. So here we go with the decal sheet. There's your top ones that goes around the top of the halo. Or maybe that's the top of the halo. I don't know. I haven't put it together. I haven't figured that out. I haven't even looked at this handy dandy little sheet. You're seeing this as quickly as I am. I didn't even open it up. So there we've got those. I'll have to see what numbers go where. But I do know this black one goes around the bottom of the windscreen. So there we go with those. And here are your decals. These go on the, I do believe that those actually go on the engine cover. And there's your tire decals. So there you go. And those, I know that these decals are also on the carbon fiber sheet, but these are the decals that go on your exhaust vents or your vents, engine heat vents on the covers. So there you go. These would be for your rim faces. Yep. So well done, Mr. Kemp. Thank you for doing a beautiful job on our decals for our Kyle Larson kit. So right as I started to record the tail end of this video, Mr. Salvino calls and tells me some of the things going on. There is movement on the NHRA funny car. So we will have Ron Cap's Toyota funny car coming sometime early next year. So that's a hot project as soon as I finish the Lotus 64. Is it 64? Yeah, Lotus 64. That's my next one. So, yeah, we got all sorts of stuff going on here. But back to the Kyle Larson box. So you saw the replacement parts. When you if you open up your kit and you don't have the little replacement parts, either A, you've got a kit with the correct parts on that tree, or B, you've got one coming in to you in the mail. So some of the first kits that got out before that, we mailed them off. If you have any problems with any parts, any bad stuff like that, call Doug at salvino.us, or call 877-244-4306. I think that's it. I think that's our phone number. And he is extension 0 for customer service if you have any issues, and we'll take care of it right away. Or Doug will take care of it right away. So anyway, that's it. I should be getting some cup cars in a few days, so I'll be doing an unboxing on that. But my good partner, Rick Salvino, and myself really appreciate you buying our kits, building our kits. I'm looking forward to seeing what you do with them. So follow us here. Follow us on Facebook, Salvinos J R Models on Facebook. And I'm out of here. Put my sore throat to rest. Are you ready? Let's go.